So I'm here with Kuhan to talk about
Hello.
an app he's developed for Parkinson.
Yes.
So can you talk me through? I guess you had experience using other apps first of all, didn't you?
Yes.
And you found that you couldn't quite get the thing you wanted. So can you talk me through that first of all?
Yeah. I mean, I found the apps that were out there really didn't work for me. I found most of them were developed by either the clinician for the clinician or the researcher for the researcher. Very few were built with the person with Parkinson's actually in mind as the primary user. I say that because we have sort of unique usability and accessibility considerations that we have to take into account. And I got frustrated. There wasn't something out there that was simple that would help me with my daily life. So I thought, well, okay, let me build one myself.
Yeah, I had a similar experience. So I tried a number of apps, but I found that either they were quite difficult to use, like you say, not really engineered for people with Parkinson's. So your fingers are very clumsy on the phone and stuff like that. But also, I found a lot of them just not very useful. So some of them would have these like games that you play, and I found the games just kind of really annoying and tedious. I didn't want to do them every day, and I sort of thought, what's the point in this stuff? So I guess that's one of the questions is what actually is the purpose of an app? I guess there's several purposes, but what was the sort of thing that you decided to develop?
So I agree with you. A lot of apps are either over-engineered or don't do the basics. And for me, I wanted something that did the basics.
Okay.
I take 15 pills a day at 5 different intervals throughout the day, and having to manage that around food and different sleep patterns every day. I don't know about you, but I wake up at a different time every day. So I take my first medication of the day at different times. And setting static alarms on my watch or my phone wasn't really working for me because it didn't recognize that each day was different. So, I built a sort of a medication scheduler that was a little bit smarter than the average one in terms of understanding when I've logged my first meds, recognizing the time, and then shifting the intervals for the next meds throughout the day. So if you wake up early, for example, like today I woke up at 5:30, so I couldn't wait until...
Yeah, similar.
Yeah, well, this is a pattern in Parkinson's sleep and the variability of sleep. I couldn't wait until 8 o'clock to take my scheduled meds. So I took them about 6:30, so an hour and a half earlier than my schedule. And the app recognises that, and it will send me a notification at 9:30 in the morning. 3 hours on from my first.
Yeah. I take a slightly different approach on medication. I sort of take mine on demand when I feel the need, but it's still important, I guess, to remind me that I need to take it. And
that in itself is quite important to capture because that demand need, unless you have some way of logging it, actually you can't build that picture. So what the app does, it gives you a view of that, and the insights it plays back shows you the patterns.
Yeah.
So that's something your neurologist would be interested in.
So something else your app does is logs activities, I guess,
Yes.
Exercise and
Yes.
other related activities. So what was the thinking behind that functionality?
Well, I mean, I find things like sleep, exercise, these are all influencing factors for living a good quality of life with Parkinson's. I did my own tracker a few years ago where I just noted down a few things every day for about 60 days over a 2-month period. Basic things like my sleep, what I was doing during the day, whether I was active, whether I was socializing, whether I was hydrated or not. I just created a spreadsheet. It was quite simple to do. It took me a few minutes every day. And at the end, I was able to sort of generate all these insights and determine what a good day looked like. Whether it's what the weather's like or how much exercise I have or haven't done, my meal times. These are all variables.
And related to that is symptoms. I guess you track, you get to choose which symptoms you want to track, and then you check in on what your mood is today, whether you're
exactly, yeah.
Or whatever.
There's a symptom rating feature on the app where simple smiley face, 1 to 5. You can log any symptom that you want to. You can favorite your symptoms, if I can put it like that, in terms of symptoms that are relevant to you, because not everybody, for example, has a tremor, and not everybody suffers from fatigue. We all have got our different mix of symptom mix.
What bothers us.
Exactly.
And I guess what I like about the app is, as you say, you've got this 5-point. You just press a smiley face scale. So it corresponds with the MDS UPDRS that a lot of clinicians use. So it's sort of your neurologist would recognise that. But also, it's much easier than using these like fiddly, slidey scales and things like that.
Accessibility was a big consideration. Nice big buttons, well spaced out. Also, just to add it, make it a little bit more fun, a little bit more engaging as well.
And what plans do you have for the app to take it forwards? What are you looking to develop on top of that?
So there's what's been developed so far is it's a very basic iteration, but the phase 2 and the phase 3, which is scheduled for this coming year, 2024, will build on that and develop features and deliver features like a daily log that will show you what's happened in a chronological order in the day. It'll output various insights and a report that you can take with you to see when you see your neurologist. That gives you a summary of the last few months. I'm working with Parkinson's UK to showcase some of their content as well, and there's going to be a research element to it as well in terms of enabler for research messages and clinical trial recruitment. So there's lots of exciting things on the roadmap. So yeah, this is just the beginning.
Brilliant, and it's available on both iOS and Android. So you just go to the App Store and download it.
It's free of charge, both on Android and iPhone. It's called Parkinson's On. On is a bit of a theme in Parkinson's.
Yeah, we're on at the moment.
We're on at the moment. I'm going off shortly, but on, whether it's the state you're in or on time, is the other thing that we're striving for. So Parkinson's On seemed like a natural name for me.
Brilliant. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks.